Hi, everyone. The first position for tonight was not my preference, but let's make it happen. My story tonight, when I was trying to think of how to best tell it, one word came to mind, and that was crack. And I'm not talking about drugs, but I did have crack with my dad, and our journey was in Ireland. And in Gaelic, crack means fun. And so we had crack in Ireland, what was a 3-week journey, tour in Ireland to fulfill a dream of my dad's. Happened 2 years ago. We sort of had differing opinions on how to actually go about finding family in Ireland, dead and alive. Apparently the dead ones were very important to find as well. My dad's interpretation was you knock on doors until you find them. We had some lists. And we just went to people and said, do you know these people? And if you do, where are they? Tell us where they live so we can go talk to them and go into their houses and ask them everything about themselves. And that's basically what we did. I didn't think that was really the way to go, but apparently that's what you do in Ireland. You do knock on the doors. They are very welcoming. You go to the churches, you ask the priest, they point you to the dead people, they point you to the living people. And we did find them. We did go to this one town where both of my father's mother and father's families were from, Donegal, the northwest side of Ireland. And it's a little spooky at first because you start looking around and you're like, these people sort of look like us. So you're walking around like, that lady looks like my sister, that one looks like my brother. And the town was a little easy to find people because it's Boyle and McCole, and there's Boyle's butcher shop, there's McCole something else. So we just walked in and said, hey, are we related? We had pretty much 3 goals: find the people, have fun, and my nephew Aiden asked me to bring back seeds and plant a tree for him in Ireland, which he was 9 at the time, and that was the hardest thing to do, was to plant a tree. But luckily, while we were having lunch one time in this town called Dunlow in the west coast of Ireland, talked to a teacher, and she said, I'll plant the tree. And yeah, okay, sure, she's gonna plant the tree, we'll come about that, and we'll see how it goes. But actually, she did plant the tree, and sent back a photo of her class planting the tree in Dublin, and it said Aiden's tree. So 1 goal done. We found the dead people, we found the live people. We actually, with the live people, we knocked on the doors, we found them. My mom's from South Philly, Irish, but you always bring pastries with you wherever you go. So I figured if we were carrying pastry boxes, they wouldn't shoot us or kill us or anything like that. So I bought quite a bit of pastries wherever we went and dished them out to people. But we actually found somebody, they knew where the graveyard was that we couldn't find. And we got into a stranger's car, they took us to Desolate Island, and they showed us graves of people that we didn't know. And you couldn't even really see the names on them, but they said that's where they were. So we were all good. Dad found all the dead people we were looking for. But one of the neat things that was about the whole journey, we did 1 week of driving around aimlessly, looking for the dead people, live people, and how to plant a tree. And then we did a bus tour. And then we did it again on the back end, driving around Ireland. But the bus tour, one thing that was really special is, outside of seeing all the tours and everything, that people were coming up to me and telling me how wonderful it was, excuse me, that you were able to do this with your dad. Because so many people didn't have the opportunity to do special things with their parents, and they were coming up to me and saying this. And I didn't really even think so much of that, but how it affected other people that we were having such a great time in Ireland. And a lot of people were going to be going back to Ireland, and some of the fun things that we did was outside of the touring and the pubs. My dad can't handle hanging out in a car with loud music, but he can handle hanging out in a pub, including the Guinness pub. He's a flirt. He flirted with all the ladies. And we called room service one night, and hopefully my sisters, when we go back, we can actually order food and not order room service for a guy to come pull my dad out of the deep tub that he couldn't get out of. Thank you.
Donna, everybody.